Hello and welcome to another video. So today, as you might be able to tell from the thumbnail and the description, I'm going to give you some of my 5-star predictions. So I have decided to go slightly scientific with this, as scientific as I tend to go. So at the end of last year, I did a 5-star audit. I completely copied Meg from Meg with Books. I'll link her channel. And kind of basically went through all of the books that I've given 5 stars and what I liked about those books to try and work out what do I actually like about a book, what makes me give a book 5 stars. So I have a few, well, I've got 5 or 6 kind of points that generally, if done well, I will then give, if a book features them, I will give that book 5 stars. And 6 points to come up with books on my TBR that I think are going to feature those bits and that therefore I might end up giving 5 stars to. I've also been aware, I suppose, of authors' previous works and how I've rated their previous works. So again, if there's an author who I've given everything that they've written 5 stars, there's a good chance I'm going to give their next book 5 stars as well. And I also kind of not really take into account, but am aware of what other reviewers' views are. So again, if it's something that, even if I haven't given authors' previous works really high ratings, if someone else loves it, then I might be like, yeah, potentially it ticks the boxes and it might contain the things that I will like. So let me go through my stack of books. I have got 12 here to talk about today, and books that I think potentially I will give 5 stars to. While I go through them, I'll go through what my kind of themes that I enjoy in books are as well. So the first one I have got on the top of the pile here is Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. So this is book 1 in the Live Ship Traders series, which is the second series in the realm of the Eldlings. So the first Robin Hobb series, I think I gave all 3 of the books, so they're for the Farseer trilogy, I think I gave all 3 of them either 4 or 4.5. I don't believe any of them quite tipped into the 5-star area, but they were all high 4 stars. Now, I hear from a lot of people that the Live Ship Traders is their favourite series. So because I've been given Robin Hobb sort of 4.5 stars, this is a series that people prefer. I think it could fall into the 5-star territory. So of the kind of elements that I like in books, I've got found family, which I don't know, potentially might be in this one. Sarky characters, so like banter and like basic characters with a great communication. I just really like it. Potentially. Clever twists, I think again, yes, potentially. A book that makes me cry. Honestly, if a book makes me cry, it's generally going to be bumped right up the ratings. And then there's a couple of romance tropes as well, but I don't think this one contains any romancy bits. So this one might have some of the elements, but I think this is more of a 5-star prediction based on the fact that I think that this series is generally better regarded than her previous series, which I gave 4.5. So yeah, potentially going to be a 5-star from Robin Hobb for Live Ship Traders. Okay, second book I've got on my list is The Final Strife by Sara El-Arifi. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure why, other than I'm just drawn to this one and I think I will love it. I know Becca from Becca and the Books enjoyed this one a lot. I think it has the found family element, which again, I enjoy. I think it's going to have some good characters in there as well. So again, I enjoy that. And I think it's also got the potential to make me cry, which apparently I really like. So yeah, this is a bit of a shaky 5-star prediction. This is a kind of, could be, I don't know. But The Final Strife is on. It's Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. So I've read These Violent Delights and These Violent Ends. Basically, These Violent Delights duology. and I loved them both. I think they got like 5 and 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed them both. So again, I feel like there's a previous experience with the author and I'm going to enjoy this one. I know there will be found family in here because this is a sort of spin-off from These Violent Delights. So I'm sure that the found family that was in These Violent Delights is also going to be in here. And the characters that this one follows, I know already have got great banter, are just funny in the way that I enjoy. So I think that's going to be included as well. And again, I think this is going to make me cry. This also could potentially have one of the romance elements that I really like. So, and this really surprised me actually, but when I went through the romance books particularly that I gave 5 stars, actually a lot of Friends to Lovers I gave 5 stars, which is not something I'd have ever thought I really enjoyed. But I think for me, I really like the Friends to Lovers, where there's that sort of tension of we don't want to ruin our friendship, but we're both really attracted to each other. Because I love the idea of enemies to lovers. However, I don't feel like anybody does it very well. And what I mean by that is I find that so often you have a book that's marketed as enemies to lovers. Actually, it is one person dislikes the other, or one person is slightly irritated at the other, and the other person is completely oblivious to the person's existence. So to me, that isn't going to be enemies to lovers. You're not enemies. There is no mutual tension. There's just a, I don't like you. Okay. And for me, that's the problem I find enemies to lovers. There isn't the tension, but actually sometimes in Friends to Lovers, there is that tension a little bit more. And I think Foul Lady Fortune will do that tension that I really like. So yeah, 5-star prediction is Finlay Donovan is killing it. So this one, again, honestly, I just gut instinct is I'm going to love this book. This one, I feel, so something that I really like with crime books is a really clever twist, something that I didn't necessarily see coming, or that just kind of makes me go, how did I not see that coming? And I think this one might deliver on that. I also think this one is going to have the humour, the sarcasm that I enjoy, and I think it's going to, yeah, be one that I'm going to just genuinely enjoy. Also, everybody I know who has read this book has loved it, so for me that's high. By Hannah Grace. So this one, I don't know. I don't know if it is, I think it's enemies to lovers. And again, I think it's going to have a lot of that tension. I think... Okay, sorry if the angle has changed there. I had to move my cat because she was being a pain. So the next book on my list is Icebreaker. I am not 100% sure why I think this one. I think this one is enemies to lovers, and I think it's going to have some good tension. I think it's going to have some really good sexual tension. I've heard that the smut in this is top notch, so excited by that. I think it also is going to have some good banter as well, which I like. But again, I just hear great things about it, and I think I'm going to also be someone who is going to enjoy this one. So again, potential 5-star. Bella, go away. So again, it's a potential 5-star, but it's my list. I've got Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. So this one is again one where, based on the author's previous works, I am excited. I adored the Aurora Cycle. All 3 books in that series got 5 stars from me. I know this one is going to include found family. I know it is going to have those sarky characters, that banter that I just adore. I expect this one is probably going to make me cry, like Aurora did. And I think it's probably going to have some clever twists in it as well. So mainly based on the other works that I've read by the authors, but I think this one also includes a lot of the ingredients that I... Next up, I have Vicious by V. Schwab. This is just the ugliest cover, but it's the cover that I have. I don't know why, but I feel like this is going to be the V. Schwab for me. So I really enjoyed Gallin and Addie LaRue, but both of them, I think I gave both of them 5 stars, but they kind of like slipped my mind fairly quickly. A Dark Shade of Magic, I think I gave like 3.5, and I think that's not the book's fault. That is because I have read it so much later than it came out that I've seen that everything that's done in that book so many more times that it just wasn't as exciting to me as it would have been if I read it when it came out. But Vicious, I don't know. I just feel like Vicious is going to have something. I think it's got the found family that I love. I think it's got the good characters and like the banter that I love. I think it's going to have some really interesting twists in it. So I think this one is one that I'm excited by. This has sat on my shelves for about 3 years. So I really need to just get to it, but I am excited. Next, I've got Jade City by Fonda Lee. Again, this one is one where kind of firstly based on the fact that everybody I know who's read it has loved it, I have got high hopes. I think it includes found family and I'm expecting some sort of good banter between the characters. I think there is also a romance subplot, which I have a feeling is just hopefully going to have that tension that I really like. So high hopes for this one. I'm excited. So I'm just going to quickly talk about the 2 books that I don't have physically, so I'm just going to pop them up here. First one is Wanderlust. This book, honestly, I just read the synopsis and was like, this is the book for me. This is the book that if I was writing a romance, this is the book I would have written. So it follows our main character who wins a trip around the world on like a radio show or something, but the twist in it is that she has to take a random person from her contacts, and she ends up having to take someone who she like met on a night out or something, someone she doesn't know. So there's a sort of strangers to lovers. I don't really know if they're enemies or friends or whatever. But I feel like there's going to be some great tension in this. I feel like there's going to be some fab tropes, like there's only one bed. And I think it's going to have, again, that sort of great banter and relationship building that I really enjoy. So I'm very excited for this one. The other book that I don't own physically that I'm predicting 5 stars for is Fortuna Sworn. So Fortuna Sworn, this one partly again is because people I know who've read it have really, really rated it. So I'm excited. I think it has the tension of the enemies to lovers that I really enjoy. I think it's got some sort of good characters, some good sort of sarky characters and some banter, which again, I really like. And I have a feeling this one might make me cry. So again, 5-star prediction for Fortuna Sworn. My last 2 5-star predictions here are middle grades. So we're going to quickly go through these 2 as well. First of all, I adored the Brightstorm series. I loved Wildspark. It is up there with one of my favourite books of all time. It's incredible. I don't know quite what Crowfall is about, but I have a lot of faith in Vashti Hardy. I'm sure there will be some found family in here. I'm sure there will be some great characters with some fantastic banter in here. And if it's anything like her previous books, it's possibly going to make me cry. So very excited for Crowfall. And then the last book on my list is Baby Love by Jacqueline Wilson. I loved Jacqueline Wilson growing up, and I haven't read any of her books pretty much since I was about 12. But I saw this one, actually I saw this one when I was at YALC last year, and I thought this sounds really good. So this is about a girl, I think set in the 60s. She has fallen pregnant and her parents are making her, I believe her parents are making her give up the baby. So she's sent away, and yeah, they're making her give up the baby without sort of really her permission in it. There's found family in this, which again I am excited by. I am 100% certain this will make me cry. And I just feel as well, I think Jacqueline Wilson is such an incredible author that I am very excited to read this one and see what I think of it. So they were my 5-star predictions. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've read any of the books I've mentioned and what you rated them. Also, just let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see me do any kind of reading vlogs on any of these ones to see actually if I do give them 5 stars. I would love to get to them all this year, but I don't know. I might not. I'm not very good at reading the books that I want to read. But they are all of the books that I am predicting I will give 5 stars to. What do you look for in a 5-star book? Let me know as well down in the comments. If you've got this far and you don't want to leave anything in the comments, just leave me a love heart in the comments, just an emoji just to let me know you are here. If you like this video, please like it, please subscribe if you would like to, and you can find me on all of my other bookish platforms down in the description, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!